So here we have a bullet, we have a block, the bullet hits the block, block is stationary, and then passes through the block, and then the block raises to a certain height. So we have the mass of the bullet, initial velocity of the bullet, final velocity of the bullet, and the mass of the block, and we have to find the height where block will raise. So in this kind of problem, you have to use only two formulas. One is conservation of the momentum. Momentum initial is equal to the momentum final, and then energy initial is equal to the energy final. That's it, only two formulas. Now, in the first case, let's write down the equation for the conservation of the momentum. The first is mass of the bullet, initial velocity, plus mass of the block, initial velocity, is equal to the mass of the bullet, final velocity, plus mass of the block, final velocity of the block. Okay, so since we know that block is stationary initially, so therefore this becomes 0. And then from here we have to find what will be the final velocity of the block. So that means we know that when the bullet hits the block and passes through, it will have, let's say, the initial velocity, which just started moving, and once it started moving, it goes to the maximum height. So that means we can say that initially the potential energy of the block was 0, but we have the kinetic energy of the block. So that means M, so the capital M, V, this final is this one, okay, squared over 2 is equal to the potential energy of the block, where M, capital M, G, H, mass cancels out, and from here H is equal V final squared divided by 2G. Now we don't know what is the velocity of the block when bullet hit the block. Okay, so that velocity is this one basically. So that means you can say that V final here is equal to the M V initial minus M V final divided by the mass of the block. So you take this final velocity, you plug it here, and you will find the height.